And we are live, guys. Merry Christmas.
Sing it. Sing it. Sing it. Come on, Mariah. Sing that song.
So it's only me tonight with you guys. Oh my gosh.
You're in trouble now. No,
Right.
no countdown, no numbers, no nothing like that
Don't try to
stuff.
beat up on me. Yep, countdown right now. Hello, guys, and welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. It's going to be a little tangy tonight.
Oh, Lord. She done hit a note. I don't even have my drink yet.
So we have an email letter. I haven't read an email letter in a little while because we've been going in other directions. But I'm back to the email letters tonight. And I have with me Victor, my co-host, Victor.
How you doing? You just slide me right up in that position, huh?
Wow, that's interesting.
Victor's my co-host when Tawan isn't around.
Oh, yeah.
And bro, Fatine. Do you want me to say bro? I always say Fatine.
Fatine is fine. People just say brother Fatine, but Fatine is fine.
Yes.
No bell?
What you say, Victor?
No bell? We ain't got the bell?
Yes, come on, give us our props.
You know I'm ready, baby. I got a bell. I got a ball.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
You're going to need all that tonight. All that tonight.
There you go.
So, guys, for you that don't know, Fatine is all the way from New York. He's in New York with us, all the way from the #1 radio station, WBLS. Always a pleasure to have you guys sit and sip on some tea with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's about to go down. First of all, let's see. All right, so I'm going to my letter.
I'm looking at Victor look like a kid that stole that took a cookie out the cookie jar.
All her letters is always way you will never think it, but yeah, her letters is
let's roll.
And it's crazy because this stuff is really happening. Like, it's just so crazy to me when I get these emails. I'll be like, what? All right, well, here we go. And for those of you who are joining us, please leave comments and I will, read them on the screen, put them on the screen, and just let us know how you can help this lady in this email. Okay, here we go. It says, hello, Veronica and Tawan, but tonight it's going to be hello, Victor and Fatine. I met the man of my dreams 10 years ago at the age of 22. We dated exclusively for 2 years prior to getting married. We did not have sex before marriage. We have now been married for 8 years. He is everything I have dreamed of and prayed for, and he treats me like a queen. Everyone is asking, when are we going to start having children? I know you must be wondering, what is the problem? Well, the problem is we don't have sex. He does not desire or want sex. He just wants to take care of me and make me happy. I have needs and want to step out on him, but I don't want to ruin my perfect but sexless marriage, if that makes sense. He is a wonderful person and man. We just don't have sex. What should I do? Is this grounds for divorce? Help. We argue about it sometimes, and I told him he should have told me this before we got married. He led me to believe that we would have sex once we were married. No sex in 10 years. I am about to lose my mind. I don't want to cheat on him. I do, however, use toys to pleasure myself, but there is nothing like a human's touch. Everyone thinks we have the perfect marriage. but no one knows that we are not having sex. 10 years. Please allow me to kick this off, fellas. He is very selfish, for one. And to me, he's living a lie because he don't want to be married to this woman. He don't want her. Sometimes, there's a lot of pressure when it comes to being married. I don't know their situation. I don't know what made him say I do, but I think he's using her as a cover-up. I feel like he don't want to be married, and I feel like he like men. For you to not touch your wife 10 years, 10 years. They both decided to wait until they got married to have sex. So they didn't have sex before marriage, which was 2 years. You go into the marriage, you still not having sex with me. 10 years. That's just a bell that's going off, or light, whatever you call it. That's a down low brother. 10 years. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm not going to go. This week, I'm not going into my personal, but unfortunately, I'm going through something. So it makes me think, but it's slightly different than this. But I'm not going to sit there and say he's a down low brother. So that's not what I'm going to sit there and start throwing accusations there. We can assume what it could be. But the problem in this one is that you're right. He led her on. The difference is if you married her, you were intimate for a certain period of time, and then something came up that may have caused someone to be turned off and not to be intimate with that person. But at the end of the day, to stand on the grounds of no sex until we marry, she said that, and she basically said that before they got married. Once she got married and still there's no sex, that right there is the grounds of divorce. And we can throw accusations, this, that, and the other. I can't sit there and say he don't love her, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, she has wants and needs just like anybody in a relationship. So for 10 years, either she can step out, but she seems like she is she seems like she's lived her life the way that in a sense of God looking down at her, and she wants to do things right. So she don't want to tip out on him. She does the self-pleasing part, but at the end of the day, that's not going to work. So I think that their marriage should be resolved.
Yeah.
Simple. Victor?
I think everybody is not really addressing what I feel like is the elephant in the room. Maybe he can't have sex. That may be. I can't speak on the marriage thing because I'm not married. But when it comes down to that, she's saying that they've been married 10 years and they haven't had sex. If that's her husband, she needs to address the fact that maybe he can't have an erection. You know what I'm saying? I guess that could be a real issue there. She could be, it might be
Is that mine or Victor breaking up a little bit?
Victor, you're breaking up.
A little bit, yeah.
So anything?
It's like you're going in and out.
Yeah, so you're breaking up a little bit. There's that Christmas tree in the back you didn't put up.
So am I still breaking up?
Nah, you good right now.
All right. Well, like I said, it might be a physical thing. I mean, I'm not gonna say that this guy is not, attracted to his wife. I mean, he actually, went ahead and they got married. But, if she's been with this guy 10 years, she needs to know, okay, at one point in time, he had an erection. And if she didn't do anything about that, then, maybe I just feel like it might be something physical more than something emotional in their relationship.
So then say that. Then he should say that. He should say
Because
that. I mean,
now
But how
it's
do
to
you
the
say
point where
that?
you're being selfish.
You-
You're being selfish now. We're married 10 years, and you can't tell me if there's a problem.
yeah.
That's selfish.
But if she waited 10 years, then she might as well go along with it for 20 years.
Well, I
No.
mean, she said that they be arguing about it sometimes. So
Mhm.
she's clearly expressing herself to him that there is a problem. Like, and we have a lot of comments coming through, and I'll put them on the screen in a minute. But if you can't have sex, tell me what the problem is. Like, are you on medicine, like blood pressure medicine? Like sometimes that'll cause problems. A lot of medicine will cause those issues. But tell me,
Then
don't
they,
just have me wondering.
but then there's ways to work through that. Then you go to the doctor and say, "Hey, doc, this blood pressure medicine is having an effect on me.
Right.
Can you change this medicine, or can you give me something to enhance or whatever?" But there
Right.
seems, I hate to say, she wrote the letter and she gave her side of the story, but I would, we're speculating now because we don't know what his issue. It could be numerous things. What happens if he's not turned on? What if he's not turned on?
Don't
But
matter
again,
if he's
tell
turned on or
me
not.
that.
that's what I'm
He
saying.
ain't
I'm not
turned
making
on,
that's
he's
what I'm
still
saying.
gonna do something. He gonna do something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And someone, I think it was Miss Pat, in the comments, she said
Mhm.
not necessarily a man. I think she said, but it could be a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Anybody just communicate
if
that.
it's another woman, that's still not clicking with me. If you're dealing with another woman, you still gonna come home to your wife. I don't care if it's once a month. You're gonna have sex with your wife. I don't care if you have someone on the side. That I think he's down low, y'all. I mean,
I think even
I don't-
if he
I
was
don't-
down low, he do something. You do
Yeah.
something. I don't think
maybe
he's
he
down
don't
Unless
even. Maybe he's not even attractive to women.
There-
That's
but there's
the
some-
thing.
but
He
there's something
married her
wrong.
for a cover up.
But there's something wrong, and there got to be that communication about that. There's something wrong, and that's why I'm saying you have to communicate about that. There's something wrong. There's an issue there.
If
There's
they've been
definitely-
together, if they've been together 10 years, and she should know what kind of medicine he's taking. She should know all this stuff. You mean to tell me that in 10 years you've never kissed this man and he never became aroused? If you ever rubbed on this man and he never came aroused, if this man ain't waking up in the morning and he's not aroused just by just waking up in the morning, then ma'am, it's not you, it's him. He has a problem. And maybe he
Yep.
don't know how to communicate with her.
Now he got to communicate because that right there, they argue about it. And
Yeah.
if she's arguing about, now I will go and say with Veronica, because I don't want to sit there and say that you shouldn't. Again, we have our opinions because we're speculating. Yeah, I'm not going to say Veronica's wrong because with the situation, maybe about anywhere from 15 to 20 years ago, the whole situation down in Atlanta with his brother was a down low brother and his wife did not know this and they were still being intimate. And I interviewed him and he talked about, his whole situation. And then I interviewed the wife because she wound up writing a book too. But there was conversation and then eventually he opened up. But you're talking about here in the beginning. Again, I could see if they were together 20 years and then the first 10 years, everything was good. And then something went wrong.
Yeah.
But you're talking about from the coming out of the gate,
Yes.
coming out the gate, your horse is not even running. It's
Yeah.
not even moving. Then you're going to look back and say, what's going on? And if you're looking at me while I'm not running, I'm going to say, well, ABC. And if he's not saying ABC, then you know what? Unfortunately, she either she has one or two choices, either step out, which she don't want to do, or have to leave. And
She shouldn't step out. She should just leave the marriage. Just leave.
Again, we're talking from our perspective.
Yeah.
Some people see, like she said, he takes care of her. She may look at it at the end of the day. It's hard to find a person that takes care and all the bills are paid and this, that, and the other. And she may go get the tickle the kitty and keep it moving.
Well, let me ask y'all something. Let me ask y'all something. What if y'all was in that situation? Would you rather have the sex or would you rather have somebody to take care of your needs? Not wants, but your needs. If you had to pick one.
All I can tell you as a man, you don't want let's just say you don't want your significant other, your wife, to step out, but at the end of the day, it's no excuse. If that happened, I don't have nothing to say. I can't say anything on this
Answer the
because
question.
you can't. What do you mean? You would answer it mean
Would you rather have somebody that's gonna take care of your needs, or would
right?
you rather have somebody who's gonna stimulate you sexually? You only gonna get that's right now. That's what she's.
From what perspective? You mean that if I was in her position,
If you was in her position and you
right?
got somebody that's taking care of you.
Get your back scratched, bro. I don't beat around the bush.
Okay, so then if
it's going to continue, then if it's going to be if this is going to drag out and be a long-term thing, then that scratch in the back ain't going to work, and then you're going to have to dissolve that. But if in the beginning you got to take care of it. First of all, 10 years when it went down, that back would have been scratched, and we would have had to try to deal with this. But if we didn't deal with this and there was no resolution, then you have to resolve this. Dissolve it.
Then who's selfish? Then if you leave a marriage for better or for worse, you know what I'm saying? And then you sitting here saying that you can't be with this person because y'all can't have, or whatever reason why y'all not having sex. But this man is fulfilling every aspect of his marriage. Then she's kind of selfish for leaving because he ain't want to have sex.
He's not fulfilling. He's not fulfilling everything if he's not communicating.
Sex for better or worse.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
10 years is not long. Unless you lost your virginity at 10, 10 years ain't that long. Everybody done went.
She hasn't lost. Wait, she's talking. She hasn't lost us.
10 years. You're married and you go 10 years without. No.
Okay, well,
no,
remember now.
No.
Remember a couple conversations ago, we talked about there's a difference between sex and intimacy. There's a big difference. So right now, she just wants sex. But right now, if you can still please yourself with them toys and you can do all that, then this man still is doing what he's supposed to do. Then what's the problem?
Toys get old, okay? And first of all, you're not even supposed to be playing with yourself. That's in the Bible.
But everybody don't follow that. Remember that. That's why I keep telling y'all, you can't put. Me and Reverend Sharpton got into this about the whole thing. You can't put your personal views on other people because they might not be living their life like that.
That's true, but guess what? She wrote the email for our opinion. That's what we giving her. So I'm just saying, like, toys.
She's already using the toys. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't think. Again, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Listen, and Annie, look, he gotta go. Okay?
Gotta go.
I'm sorry. Okay, yes, he could be the best man in the world. He could be giving me, doing all this. I don't pay not one bill, but you still gotta take care of home. And I ain't talking about paying bills. You gotta take care of your spouse.
There gotta be.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. All I'm just saying. I'll be on the record. There got to be communication. If there's an issue, there needs to be. I mean, I didn't hear her say, well, I, want to talk to him and let's go to counseling. Let's see what's going on. Let's work towards to resolve this. But if he is not doing anything like that, that means you can't say he loves her if he's not providing that part and it's an issue. So he has to meet her halfway. And if he's not going to meet her halfway, at least trying to resolve what the problem is, then like Annie said, hit the road, Jack.
I want to touch on what Veronica said when she said he's paying all the bills. Why does when a man take care of a woman, money has to be involved? I mean, this man I don't never get that. Why do y'all do that?
I'm not saying that that's all that matters, but what I'm saying is if he's taking care of all the bills, what else is he doing? Excuse me.
Hey, somebody got to cut the grass.
What did you just say?
Somebody got to cut the grass.
You just have to lose it. What the hell?
Somebody got to cook. Somebody got to cook.
Somebody got what?
They got to cook.
She cooking.
How we know that?
Cause
Because what? Is this wait a minute now. Is this a little sisterhood here going on?
That's right. She's cooking. Next. It's not what I'm saying is it's okay that he's paying all the bills. Okay, he paying all the bills. But a sister still needs to be taken care of. Money isn't everything. You can pay all the bills you want. You can buy me this, you can buy me that, but I still have needs.
So what's the most important thing right now? Taking care of the house or taking care of you?
Both.
Both.
Both are important.
Okay, right now you can't get both, so it's one or the other. No.
Both.
Don't make me choose. Don't say one or the other.
Again, if this was different, again, this is not something that led up to this. This is something that started out at the gate. See, this is different. That's why I'm saying this is different.
He didn't switch. He didn't change anything. So what now?
But he told her that he was waiting until marriage.
No, did he say that or did she say that?
Or did she assume that?
They both agree that they're going to wait until marriage to have sex.
Oh,
let me go back to the letter.
Yeah, go to I want to hear that line.
Let me go back to the letter. Okay, she said, I met the man of my dreams 10 years ago at the age of 22. And this girl is 32 years old and not having sex with her husband. Okay, go ahead. I'm get back to this. We dated exclusively for 2 years prior to getting married. We did not have sex before marriage. Okay, well, maybe she didn't say baby.
Yeah, I know. There you go. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know where that ground came from at the end of the day. She put that in there. I that's to me is just putting it in there, being the wholesome part. Fine, I got that. But at the end of the day, what happened? What did she? I mean, again, she wrote this, but there's still some things missing. You know, I'm gonna have to put my, Steve Harvey hat on here because something is not clicking here. I'm not saying right now it's not, I'm not throwing her under the bus, but for her to go this long, something is wrong on both parts. He's wrong for that, but she's wrong for letting this to fester this long. And there was nothing after I said I do.
But she said that they have arguments sometimes about this. So she keeps expressing herself to him that she needed.
But he's not giving in. So then the bottom line is that he's not listening, or he can't do it even as Victor's saying, but he's not expressing that. She's at her wit's end.
You know when he gonna want to express it? When she about to walk out the door. That's when he gonna want to open his mouth and say, well, this been going on. I've been taking these pills because I've been having this.
But she should know that
what
kind of pills he taking. She should know that.
But that's what's wrong with you men. Y'all always wait and you hold stuff in until the last minute.
Well, he's wrong. He's wrong. He's wrong on that one. He's wrong on that one.
Say what you gotta say
so
that someone can know what is going on.
I'm asking a question, Veronica. If this man been doing the same thing for 12 years, now it's a problem? Come on, man.
No, it wasn't a problem for 2 years because we both decided to wait.
Okay,
until
and
we got
10 years after that, y'all still doing the same thing.
But after I do, what happened? Honeymoon, the newlywed part. What happens in that first year?
What happened was you got me. You said I do. Now I'm your wifey. So now you don't think I'm gonna leave you. You don't want to give me sex. You just want to have me there as your little
trophy.
A little trophy saying, oh, this is my wife. Meanwhile, your boyfriend over there looking, waiting until you call him up.
That don't even make sense.
Well, no, I ain't gonna let you slide that one in there, Veronica, because we don't know that. Sense. You ain't gonna slide that one because everybody ain't like that. I ain't gonna let you slide that one in.
Veronica, that don't even make sense.
Not that it can't be.
Why would you even want a trophy? Why would you want a trophy for if you're not even gonna have? It don't make sense.
Oh, there's a lot of men that out there that just want that trophy. They may not. They taking care of what they supposed to be taking care of.
But at 22, something is not right, Veronica, and we don't know what it is. And Victor, excuse me. There's something is not right, and I don't know who fault it. Oh, again, his fault for not communicating. But why isn't he? Why isn't he doing this? And at 22, 32, in your prime, and what about kids? What about a family?
We don't know how old he is. She said she was 22 when she met him. 10
Okay.
years later, now she's
He
32.
probably
He
62.
could be 62. Who
Wait a
knows?
minute. Whoa. That's right, Victor. What if he's a senior citizen and he can't do anything, don't want no children because his children are grown? I thought they both were about 22. I thought
No,
they met.
she didn't say his age. She said she met him.
He's not giving us enough on to go on this here.
He's probably old. He's probably old.
It just you
Well, then
speculate.
you shouldn't have gotten with her if you know you couldn't take care.
No,
Oh, the only thing you
she
can do
shouldn't
is
have
take care of
gotten
home,
with
but you
him.
can't take care of me.
No,
That's a good point.
She shouldn't have gotten with
It
him.
goes,
She-
it's a two-way street. It's a two-way
Yes.
street on this. It's a
Yes.
two-way street. If he is old and she know that this could be a possibility, then yeah, maybe she shouldn't have made that commitment.
is
That's what I'm
old-
saying. You need to test the waters. See, I'm going there. That's why you test the waters before you say I do. Test the waters
But
before
you know what? Even if he's older, there's things out there for older men to get it rocking.
What
Okay.
if you don't believe in taking medicine?
You skipped over the test the waters. You do a test drive
I
of that
agree with you
car
on that.
to make
I
sure
agree
that
with
car can go around the block.
I agree with you on that. Test the waters before you get involved. I agree, with that. Tori wouldn't agree with you,
Yeah,
but I agree with that. I
Test the
agree with
waters
that.
a little bit. Even if you don't want to go all the way with penetration, test the waters a little bit here. You understand? We grown folks here. This grown folk talk.
Just
And
put the
yeah. Test the waters. Just get to the point and see. Make sure. Take a peek. Oh yeah. All right. I see what I'm working with. I know we're getting some comments here.
a lot of comments, but
Well, she
my
gonna
thing,
put them up. Put them up.
Let's go. What's
what
that?
man don't want sex?
Well,
First,
again,
see that
I'm only coming on
that's
this
a
letter.
woman.
You can get in a situation that can push you. Not to say that you don't want, but it can a man be turned off from a specific person? Yes, he can. That don't mean he don't want sex. He may not want it from that individual.
You shouldn't
But
have
you
said
still
that. Look. You had 2 years. 2 years we dated. 2 years.
Look who comment. Look who comment.
Right.
Mhm.
Divorce.
Mhm.
Look, 2 years we've been together before we said I do. If you wasn't turned on by me,
You should
then
have said
you shouldn't have made that commitment.
commitment. I agree with you.
You shouldn't have made that commitment.
I'm right with you.
At some point in time, in them 2 years, she has, and like the same thing I said I told Tori, at some point in time, you tried that man. You just, rub his leg or something like that just to see. Women, y'all do stuff like that to make sure everything working. Apparently, she just took him as for face value, and she ended up getting exactly what she bargained for. She got a lemon.
Let's
and
be
she
real
got to
here.
stick with the lemonade.
Right. Let me just say this. Well, I was talking with somebody the other day, and I was saying how, when you love someone and you are intimate with them, and I'm talking about the whole deal from A to Z, and nothing left out. Lovemaking is a expression, or is a physical expression on how you feel for a person. Even though you have your needs and your wants, but when you're making love and you really into that person, you love that person, you put what you feel about that person into your physical expression. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you're dating for 2 years, holding hands, there got to be something here. I just don't think that there wasn't a sign of this. Even though there was no sex before marriage, I got that part. But then there had to be some kind of signs, because if this man was holding her hand and, kissing her here and there, come on, it got to be something that would have led you up to this. But was this just I do and just nothing?
He met his boyfriend.
Stop that. You
Oh
don't
my
know.
God.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
But see, tell me this, Veronica, what hasn't tried to take it? Even if he is gay, at some point in time at night, she gonna try something, and he ain't got no choice but to react.
Yeah. Because
So
Well, apparently there's an excuse every time she tries to do that.
Then
Back to the
okay, when you
argument. They have arguments about this, she said.
this
you gotta
man
go.
this man has got a problem. This man's got a medical problem.
We keep
So you
speculating.
think it's medical?
Whatever the problem is, a problem. We don't know what it is, but there is a problem.
There is a problem.
Yes. Yeah.
And if it's a medical problem and you see that your wife had needs, you should go to your doctor. And as a matter of fact, take me with you when you go so we both can hear what the doctor is saying. Because
Well, what if-
I would like
okay.
to know.
Or what if he can't take that?
I don't know if
I'm going to defend the man till the day I die.
Veronica, I don't know if I'm going to take you because at the end of the day, because of anybody's pride and ego, if there is a problem like that, long as he deals with that in the beginning. Now, if it's something else that relates to the marriage or whatever, then you take those steps of coming together. But long as he goes to the doctor and then comes back and say, okay, I spoke with my doctor because of A, B, and C, and this is what he prescribes. That's the communication and trying to rectify the problem.
How do I know he's going to come back and tell me what the real deal is?
I mean,
You
will know because if there's no progression. If there's progress, then here's the real deal. But if there's no progression, then you definitely can say, hey, you said you went to the doctor, and now it's 3 months and nothing. What's going on?
So you don't think it's important for the wife to be with you to hear what the doctor has to say as well?
It's not. I don't think it's necessary in the beginning. If he chooses to deal with this straightforward and say, look, I'm going to go and I'm going to deal with it, and this is what's happening, and I want to deal with it. I'm not saying that she can't go, but I'm just saying it's not a deal breaker in the beginning if he don't want her to go because of pride. He might feel bad that he's in that circumstance. He should have told her, but he didn't. But he should have.
Why would she wait 10 years?
That's why I'm saying, Natalie, there's something wrong on her part too.
Guys, she said in the email.
I know what she said.
She said in the email that they argue about this.
Yep.
Let me go back to that. They argue about.
They argue. So what is he saying? They argue. She didn't say I argue against him and he don't tell me anything. She said they argue, but she don't give him anything.
Here we go. Back to it. Says we argue about it sometimes, and I told him he should have told me this before we got married. He led me to believe that we would have sex once we were married.
I agree with that part.
So there you have it. She's saying that they agreed that once they got married that they would have sex. It was just those 2 years that they was waiting.
No, read that. She was led to believe.
She didn't say led.
What did she say?
She said, okay, he led me to believe.
Listen to that.
This dude is old, man. He old.
Come on now.
Even if you're old, guys, there's still things that could be done to satisfy me.
Wait a minute. So
Give us
if this man got a bad heart, is he need to go out there and get some medicine just to please her? No.
But then he's wrong because he should have let her know.
Yes, and that is your wife. Yes. Okay, so do you prefer your wife to go out there and sleep with someone else, or do you prefer to please her yourself?
Say he ain't got no say so now.
Who, me?
As I say, he ain't got no say so on that. Because you help push her out the door.
Yeah, she might
definitely. 10 years.
If you gonna risk
that ain't 10 months.
Nah, she got to go.
What?
If she risking my health, if my health is at stake here just for me to have sex with her, then nah, she got to go.
Then that's when you need to open your mouth and explain to me what is going on. Don't just let me assume that you have health issues.
Right.
Tell me.
Right. You're not a
well,
mind reader.
Like Fatim said, we just hear her side of the story. He might have told her.
Well, I sent her an email back to let her know that we was going to be talking about this tonight. So hopefully she's watching.
I wish she would give us a little comment here. Give her. You don't even have to put it up. You could just read the comment and say X, Y, and Z. You don't even have to say the person's name, but give us something. We need to know something here because this is not enough here.
Yeah. Email me back and let me know more details. Like, how old is this guy? Please don't say he's 42.
He ain't 42. That man in his 60s. That man
If
in
he's
his
80,
60s.
if he's 82, then you. Oh, wait a minute.
Those toys were not cut for 10 years. Imagine what she spent on batteries.
Well, that's
But
that's
he
how
buying
that's
them.
how fault. That's how
He
fault.
buying them. He buying the batteries.
No, we again.
Unless her cat bad.
Even if that is bad.
He don't know. He never tried it. He don't know.
Sometimes you can't get close to the cat because it's purring too loud. Wow.
Wow.
You know what? If that the case,
Yeah. Woo.
Now I can tell you it won't work.
That's
If
another
that's the
level.
case, it won't work.
I know what aisle you got to go to that so and so CVS or whatever. I tell you what aisle to go to. They got fresheners for that stuff. You freshen up your car.
it's not that. Because if it's that, there's definitely stuff that she need to be taken for that as well.
You freshen up the kitty. You can
You
freshen
mean to
it.
tell me is that potent that you couldn't
I
Come
couldn't.
on.
10
I
years?
couldn't. I couldn't. Nope. I don't care what
Then
you
you
do.
need to open your mouth. That's going back to you need to open your mouth and tell your wife, listen, I can't because you smell.
What
Clean that up.
she should be able to smell that.
Some don't.
I mean,
bro.
that's true because you do smell
Some
you
don't.
do
bro.
smell yourself
Some
first
don't.
before.
Yeah, no, you get immune to that after a while. It becomes normal.
So I think
Didn't I tell you all that before? I don't know if it was this show. I told you how I got with. This was when I was younger. I got with a young lady, and I just wasn't attracted with her, and couldn't do nothing because couldn't
Fresh.
aroused. So just got dressed, and that was that.
So-
But we're speculating so many things here. But for the 10, I think that. Yeah, I would sip some tea. I'll sip some Daniel.
so pretty much what
I had a sip.
what we come up with is either she stank or he old.
I ain't doing that. I think the bottom line is if there's not going to be no progression, then it has to end.
I'm on his side.
Yeah, you would be. He's very selfish. I still say, okay, I'm not going to say that there's a dude. I'm not going to say he's a down low brother, but it's either that or he has another woman.
If he
One
did
of
have another one, he's still
somewhere.
gonna want to do something.
Yeah, you
else.
can juggle even if there's another, you can juggle the two. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna
But
be
that's what I'm
something. There's gotta be something.
That's why I say he's
say
down low.
Zero.
That's why I'm saying he's down low, and there's nothing wrong with
So then what's the purpose?
someone.
So if he's down low, Veronica, then why marry her? What's the purpose of being
To cover it up. He's one of those down low brothers where he don't want anyone to know that he's gay. It's time to come out the closet. Where's the
Well,
camera?
why get married?
It's
then?
time to come out the closet, sir. Okay?
Let me get out of
Yeah,
here.
why would you get married then? There's no point in getting married.
To cover it up. He don't want someone. He don't want people to know that he's gay. Come
what
on, y'all know
Nobody's
people like
married
that.
anymore.
No, I agree with that. I agree with Veronica on that because when I interviewed the brother that wrote the book, Down Low, that was on the talk shows, Oprah, and everything, he said that he said that in the beginning when he got married, he said he really loved his wife, but as time went on, he realized even though before he got married, he fought it that he was attracted to men, but he felt that as time went on, that just became a more stronger desire and a less desire to be with a woman. And he stepped out with men because he wasn't attracted no more to his woman. So yeah, I can give with Veronica on that. But he gotta tell her that. He gotta tell her.
Yeah, he gotta tell her. But who somebody that's down low that don't want anyone to know that their desires are for the same sex. Who's gonna come out to their wife and say, well, I really like Bobby, he really is doing it for me, I don't have no feelings for you. Who's gonna come out? To me, guys, I really think that's what it is. Who was that went through that with their husband? Was that Star Jones?
Yes, it was Star Jones.
Went through that same thing. Cover
Star couldn't see that. I ran into Star in the airport with him. If she couldn't tell that, because I seen that when I got off the plane. He was all about the baggage.
Hey,
If
wait
you
a minute.
tell him he was a flaming floozy, come on.
What does marriage have to do with anything? Right
Yeah,
now,
wait.
a marriage has back in the day, a marriage was status. This is 2020. There's a lot of people out there that's very successful and single. Being married doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna get you elevated anywhere right now. So
Well, that's why
so him getting married is not an excuse to him to cover up anything.
Well, no, that's why I made the point about, a lot of people get married for the wrong reasons. Maybe their parents was pressuring them. Maybe his parents was pressuring them to get married because they waited 2 years before.
22.
We need to
that's
hear
possible. They waited 2 years to have sex, so evidently there's a biblical thing going on
12
there
years,
where
12 years.
Huh?
They didn't wait 2 years to have sex because they ain't had sex yet.
Well, no, she met them 10 years ago, but they waited 2 years. It's been 10 years, but they waited 2 years. So they've been together a total of 10 years.
Right.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. That makes sense. It doesn't matter if it's 8, 10, or 12.
Right. So I think it's a biblical thing is why they got married because it's 2020. Who is waiting to have sex till they get married these days?
If it was a biblical thing, then priests don't get married. The Pope, like we go back to the Pope. The Pope ain't. You don't have to. You can be a biblical person and never be married.
Go live in the convent then. Then go live in the convent then.
He shouldn't have to go live in the convent. He should be.
Why not? If he's living his life like that. If he's living his life like that.
Right.
This is a regular guy that just either can't have sex or he don't want to.
He ain't regular. It's something going on with the brother.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We need to hear that side.
Or
we
her.
Need to hear that side.
No, I don't think it's her. I do feel like this guy is covering up something. What man is going to be in the house with a woman, his woman, and not touch her in that way?
Again, there's reasons. I'm not going into it, but there's reasons that they can. But under the circumstances, there's reasons that can lead up to things like that. But in this circumstance, this is from the beginning out of the gate. There's something wrong.
Well, Victor didn't say much tonight, Miss Pat, because what he's saying isn't making sense. Come on, Victor. I know you're going to tear this up. That was earlier in the comments. Let's see. They make stuff. What do you call it? Erectile
dysfunction.
But we all speculate. But we all speculate, and we can all speculate till the cows come home.
He's very selfish.
But why is all the women jumping on the women's side? Why? This guy.
Why what?
This guy is a victim too.
How?
We don't know that because he's not opening his mouth.
Because we don't know what the problem is. We can't sit there and say that she smells. We can't sit there. We have a joke. We don't know why.
Okay, she wants to leave because they're not having sex. He is perfectly happy in the marriage with I guess, with whatever status that they're doing. So we assume.
She seems to be content. Yeah.
She wants to leave because she's not getting something physical, but she just got finished saying that this guy take care of everything. So to me, she's the one that's being selfish.
No, come on.
No,
come on.
She ain't. She's trying to be realistic. She's trying to wait before she step out on him. Mm-hmm. Exactly. As a surgeon said,
she should just leave.
He can get a penis pump implant to get it up. There's many things. It's 2020. There is many things out there on the market. If he cannot
deal with it, if there is something like that, there are things to deal with it, unless there's something else. But whatever it is, there needs to be communication on it.
He's definitely sleeping with someone else, not her. That's right,
Jehovah's Witness. They don't believe in all that medicine and stuff like that. I mean,
but he's still not saying anything. We heard the argue that she said they're arguing, and they're arguing because she wants something and he's not willing to do it for whatever the reason is. We just don't know what that is.
Right, Victor. Something is definitely wrong.
Something is. We all said that. We all
Yeah.
said that. We just don't know what it is.
I don't know which part Miss Pat said this on, but well, she should be long gone. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I'm all for marriage. I'm all for the vows. May death do us part. But sometimes you just got to know when to say enough is enough. Point blank. Period.
So,
Boo. As
all right,
Tawan
so
would
let me
say.
ask you this: if the no sex is a deal breaker in the marriage, what about the unpleasurable sex? Is that a deal breaker too?
No, because you knew you should have tested the waters before you.
No.
Wait a minute now. It's either it's got to be straight down the middle now, because the no sex and the unpleasurable sex should be the same thing.
Depends. It depends on between the two people. It depends. And if it's not working, then it's not working.
Yeah, now that's not grounds for divorce because you already knew the sex was bad. All right, you already knew that.
Wait a minute. I'm talking about after you got married and you find out it's bad, you gonna leave that man in?
Hey, it can't happen.
So who's selfish then?
I wouldn't personally, because that's not all that matters in a marriage is sex. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong.
So she should stay with him then. Thank you.
Not after 10 years. 10 years a month. We're not talking about 10 months. We're talking about 10 years. That's a long time.
And there's no sunrise on the horizon here. So it's still dead of night.
Exactly. Women can carry the bag just like men. Sis needs her needs met. Yeah. That's right.
That's right on point.
Well, what about his needs?
He ain't got none.
He ain't got none. Everything.
He need to be left alone.
He ain't got none. What are you talking about?
He need to be left alone.
Now, if they was having sex before and something went wrong, that's different. But never had sex.
What I'm saying.
First of all, I would never been married to him.
But how can you miss something you never had? How?
That's true, Victor. But if you're telling me that we're gonna wait until we get married to have sex, but once we get to that point, once we say I do and we ready.
Speculation, yeah. Speculation, anticipation.
Then something
and that's natural. Especially at that young age. Now, again, I don't know how old he is, but I don't give a damn how old he is. You know, you get together with a 22-year-old woman, okay? I don't give a damn if he's 102. You knew you was together with somebody that was 22.
Well, she married him.
Shouldn't have got with him. And maybe she got married for the wrong reasons. Maybe she got married because the man have money. Maybe she got married because of what he's doing for her and how he can take care of her, not paying any bills and all of that crap. You got to be mindful.
Finally, the woman got on the woman, because that's what we were saying, that it may not just be all him. Come on, you did it, Veronica. You did it. It may not be all him.
Listen, I get that point, but when it comes to the sex part, it's definitely him. If they waited 2 years before they had sex, got married, you still not giving me any 10 years, and I'm coming to you, we having arguments about this, and there's still no solution behind this madness. 10 years is a very long time.
It might have been a solution. She just might not have accepted the solution. But all she want to do is cheat. But
because if she wanted to, then she wouldn't have did that for those 10 years with that. No.
Something is fishy.
Rosa. Something is fishy. There's a lot of fishy going on around here.
She fishy.
Okay, Miss Pat said they're really not legally married because they never, what's that word?
Consummated.
I mean, is that so? You really
we don't know that. We don't know that. Sex is not.
A lot of people think that you have to. No. Consummating the marriage don't necessarily mean you.
I mean,
you having sex.
They do talk about that in the Bible. That when now we're gonna go back to BC. But it does talk about in the Bible when
she said legally,
legally.
It's two different things.
Yeah. again, we jumping up here. Is something wrong? Something is fishy, like that young lady said.
She needs to go get her pussy checked. Tawan.
Need to get her mind checked too.
Oh, Tawan, you should have been here, dear.
Yeah. What's up, Sister Tawan?
Never been married, but I was engaged, and not a day went by that I went without sex from my ex-fiance.
A day.
Go.
A day.
Girl.
That's why they ain't married. That's a lot of
Never
pressure.
been married. But you know what? That's when things are good. Like that's when
That's
you
a
be
lot of
wanted.
pressure. That's a lot of pressure, boy. Hell no.
We don't go. I tell you.
Oh, Victor, do spill the tea.
I'm not spilling anything, but 365 is a big number.
Now she said, not a day went by.
That is a bit much.
365 is a big
Not a
number.
day went by. Who's that?
365 is a big number.
Wait a minute.
Did
Hold it.
that not get
No.
old though? Did that not get old? Like every day?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That'll make. See, my man was with her before he got with her, the other chick. So that's why he didn't want to do nothing. He tired.
He burnt out. the wheels done run off that joint. that stick shift, that clutch is no good no more. That clutch burnt out.
If her husband isn't showing any interest in her marriage, something is definitely wrong. They need counseling.
But yeah, again, that's what Pat was trying to allude to. Again, different circumstances, and that's why I said what Pat said. If they were together and that was happening, and then something happened that led up to that, is different. But this one was coming out of the gate soon as they got together, nothing. So
It's got to be these three. Either he's gay, seeing someone else, or has a medical problem.
no, or something, or turned off, or turned off. You can't. Again. He should say something, but it could be. You can't sit there and throw every dagger at him.
These young people we're talking about, with Miss Pat, she's 32. We don't
Now-
know how old.
now.
Now she's 32. She was 22 at the
Yeah, she
time.
was 22, and they
We don't know how old he is.
right. And
We
hopefully
don't-
she will email me back and let me know more details on this, because we can only go by what she's saying.
That's it.
Let me see. I went too far down.
You're checking your email to see if you got an email there.
It's so many messages coming through.
We appreciate
Yeah, I
that.
haven't received an email.
Okay, good.
After 10 years, she can get this Social Security benefits. Just leave. And if he die, you good. Oh my gosh, Tawan. 10 years. That's a long time, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I just think that she is being very selfish.
Tori, she is. No, they're okay. I'll say they both are being selfish.
Her
Well,
more
I don't
than
know.
him.
I don't know if she is. We just don't know enough. From the way she's telling from her perspective, I don't know if how can we say she's selfish where she wants something that it's something. Again, you can go in front of a judge for a divorce and they will grant it if there is no intimacy. No
they
sex.
should do that. And what, Veronica, at the end of the letter, did she say anything about stepping out?
She just asked, was this grounds of divorce?
Okay.
Wait a minute, let me see. Let me go back to the email. I know she was asking us, was this everyone thinks we have the perfect marriage, but no one knows that we are not having sex.
So how is that a perfect marriage?
She said she don't want to cheat on him.
No, but what did we go back to that part? She said they are having a perfect marriage.
Everyone thinks we have the perfect marriage, but no
got
one knows that we are not having sex.
Right.
Well, if she said she don't want to cheat on him, then apparently it's been thought about to her. So that's selfish, right there.
I think he got a medical issue. However, she might not be making it easy for the hubby to communicate to or with his wife. This ain't no easy walk for men to just open up and talk about it. I'm
Way
just
to go, John. John, you get a bell for that, John, because and I mentioned that earlier. When it comes down to men with pride, if there's something going on like that, that's manhood. That's the same thing with a man that has a 2-incher, and when he get erected, goes to 3 inches. That's a that's come on. That's I know that I try not to laugh, but that's that's hurtful, man.
yeah. I mean, Victor, what are you laughing at? And
So I did the extreme just to talk about the pride, because if you understand what I'm saying, when you press the gas and ain't nothing getting into that engine, you understand? And it's not just easy for a man, ego, man, fellas talk about it, manhood. That's not the most easiest thing to deal with.
what the hell? I missed what happened. What?
It's a man thing. It's a man thing.
Listen,
When it comes out to the pride.
I'm extending an invitation for anyone that would like to come on the T, like to be a guest, like John here. I would love for you to be a guest, because we have more email letters that I'm going to definitely talk about. Hopefully, I'm going to get another one Thursday. This is my invitation to anyone that would want to come on the T and talk. Let's chat about these things. This is what the T is all about. We talk about any and everything. Keep hope alive, bro. The South shall rise again.
He talking about his junk. Now he talking about the South shall rise again. Yeah,
that's what he's saying. But they both are. They both now at this stage of the game. They both are victims. Somebody said they both are victims out there. They are at this stage of the game. Again, test the
Oh my
water.
gosh! See, that's why I need him on the show. So she ain't pulling on no meat at the house to get that thing up. What her mouth do though? But first of all, why should I be putting my mouth on you when you can't even satisfy me the regular way? I'm not about to put my mouth on you, sir. No.
First of all, you got to crank that car.
Yeah, but you hear what they say. There's more ways than one to skin a cat, right, Victor? If he can't use that, the clutch, then you understand. So it's okay for
You're wrong. I'm not getting ready to cluck nothing.
You better crank that car. Sometimes
you gotta crank that car to see that car, right?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Where's the love? Well, I don't think there's no doubt that they don't love each other, because the way she talked, the way she started the letter, she met the man of her dreams 10 years ago. They dated 2 years prior. We did not have sex. He is everything I have dreamed of and prayed for, and he treats me like a queen. There's no doubt that there's not
Right.
love there.
Right.
Well, then,
There's other things
that's the man of her dreams. Her dream man don't want to have sex. So be with your dream man. That's it. But
it's almost hitting 100%. It's not quite 100%, and she feels that she's entitled to that 100%.
What they say, the 80-20?
Ain't no way she been stank for 10 years. There's just ain't no way.
Once, I hate to tell you that.
Her rock needs a pad.
Hey, something ain't right. I'm telling you, something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Exactly. Looks like Uncle Bill want to be Aunt Bill.
Yeah. Could be. Could be.
Veronica,
but that's not always the case.
Why when a man chooses to abstain from anything or to go a different path, he's automatically assumed to be gay?
Yeah.
That's
not always true. That's not true. There's other reasons that lead you down that road.
there's definitely there's no doubt that there's other reasons to
lead you down the
lead down
road.
this road. But this man ain't never touched this woman ever.
Yeah,
But you
see,
don't
that's
know
the
if he's
difference.
ever touched any other woman. But that's why does everybody think this guy is gay?
You in the house 10
Because
years.
it's not normal, Victor. It's just one of
That's
the.
I
not-
get that. Oh, I get it.
But that's why I was saying Veronica jumping out there at that. But it is something that would jump in people's head right off the bat. So
I
it
just
is
think
one.
medical. The first time I thought was something medical.
I think of numerous things.
I mean, it's more to it than him being on the down low. There's more to it. I can say that yes, it could be something medical going on. Yes, but he never touched her before.
And that's strange.
Very strange.
That's strange. I have to even say that part.
No sex at all. Dated for, excuse me. No sex at all. Dated for 2 years. Married for 8. No sex in 10 years. Okay, so Tori breaking that down for us. So she's really paying attention.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we see your math is good tonight, girl, Tori.
How is he a victim?
Well, he may be. See, that's where we speculate that there's something that is turning him off, that is not allowing him to do what she needs to be done. That's where he becomes a victim. We just don't know that side of the story. If that is a side of the story, we don't know. We're just putting out different views, thoughts, or ideas right now because we don't know his side of the story.
And you know what? Okay, so going back to this, and this is why I'm going back to it because Tawan made a comment. She was like, wait, I could have sworn she said they had sex before marriage. No, she didn't say that. But okay, if we want to go deep into this letter, it says we dated exclusively for 2 years prior to getting married. We did not have sex before marriage. So, ma'am, are you telling us that you did not have sex at all? Or are you just saying like y'all waited maybe a year within y'all getting married, y'all decided to not have sex anymore until y'all got married? Like, which one is it? Did you not have sex at all? Or there's a lot that's missing from this
That's
letter.
what I'm saying. There's too much missing.
Because
Too many holes.
If they
Too many
did have sex before, like he tested the waters before, then maybe there's something wrong.
Good
Then he
point,
should-
Veronica. Let's talk about that because you zeroed in on something which we don't know. But she used the word we exclusively. When that exclusively, what happened before the exclusively? I mean, we don't know if they were together and then they exclusively dated for those 2 years. He was in a prior relationship. We just don't know anything. So she hasn't given us anything on his side to allow us to at least make a judgment instead of just giving her point of view.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to jump on her side because she wrote the letter. Let's just agree to that right now. That she wrote the letter is her perspective. We're not even going to be objective to even think that it might be something that she's doing. So we're going to automatically assume that she's telling the truth.
Yeah, because it's not
clearly,
because most of the time men are the ones, what I say, are the predators. So it's something that it's like our nature is normal for us to do this. So by him not doing this, something seems to be wrong on his side.
And if something is wrong for a man not to crave his woman, I ain't say crave because he might crave above. For a man not to touch his woman or to do anything like that in 10 years or 8 years or whatever, it has to be something medical. Even if he, I don't get it. Even if he is not physically attracted to her, that's still a woman.
It don't have to be all the time medical. It could be something else that has dimmed the light bulb, bro. That's all I can tell you right now.
I don't get, even if that's still a woman.
Been there. That's all. Been there.
No, Victor, not true. I'm not on neither side because there isn't enough information. There isn't enough.
There's not enough information on this, and
I know what side I'm on. I'm with you, bro.
Of course you are. Of course
I need more information. I need more information.
So let me ask y'all this: since both y'all are married, when it comes down to what you're saying, as far as an aspect of, I guess, the consummation of the marriage, is that important?
Yes.
Is it important?
Yes. That's
I mean, when I'm saying like,
yes.
is that a deal
Yes.
breaker?
Yeah. Yes.
10 years. It's a deal breaker if we just boyfriend and girlfriend. 10 years.
Mm.
Unless you can tell me that you have a medical problem going on. If you can, even if it's not a medical, it better be a medical problem. But if you can talk to me and let me know something, just don't have me in the house like wondering, oh, I wonder if he's gonna touch me tonight. I wonder if we're gonna do it today. Or
So if a
let
man
me
came
know.
to you with a medical problem and y'all dating, would you continuously go on with the marriage?
If it's a medical problem,
Yeah.
yes, for better or for worse.
Y'all ain't married yet, now.
Oh, you said we're not married.
Yeah.
Right. Would you follow through and go ahead and do that? Would you make that commitment?
It depends on if the medical.
Fatigue, what if she got a high hernia, man?
I see. Not, bro.
It depends on if the medical problem can be fixed.
Like I said, this hits home a little bit because on some things.
Do tell.
Yeah. So no, we ain't going there. That's this week. But but at the end of the day, I have to say it's grounds. It's grounds for this. I don't care what led up to the situation. There has to be some kind of communication about it. It has to be. And if there's not, then
so if you got inside information, you could actually help this woman with her problem if we all just share. I mean, we've all gotten on the tangy tea and expressed personal stories.
ain't
No one has expressed one today, so maybe you could be the first.
I ain't gonna go fish. The only difference, the difference is just this started out the gate at the beginning, and something is just not right with that. Like I said, in any situation, in any relationship, marriage, there's any ups and downs, and it can lead to things that cause those things. But in this situation, this is right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Somebody's 22 years old. You're talking about somebody, they don't mention about kids, no family. They're gonna draw kids on paper and have kids? I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Let's be real. So what is the commitment in a sense of a family? She's 32 years old. She's in the childbearing years.
20s and 30s. Yes, definitely. That is when you like, yeah, buddy.
You better. You supposed to be. Right?
And you mean to tell me? Nah, something gotta give. Tawan, you already know. I'm trying to be, She like, no, Veronica, just know you're not going to stay. I mean, boyfriend. I don't know. And if it's a medical problem, I'm not that mean person where I'll be like, oh, you got a medical issue?
But I brought that up last week, and y'all look at me a little cross-eyed.
When you said what?
We went through that with a family member who got, paralyzed. And once that person got paralyzed, the man got paralyzed. What does his wife do if he can't do?
You brought that up on my show? I don't remember that.
I brought it up briefly in the sense of what happens in a circumstance if somebody gets hurt in like an accident, paralyzed. If they get paralyzed, they perform.
That's a hard pill to swallow, but that's different. And especially if we marry, I'm definitely going to be there for you. I'm not going to leave you because you.
How's that different?
The man is paralyzed.
So,
would it be selfish for him? Would it be selfish for him to tell you not to go out there and do something? Or would it be, or would you understand if he said, you know how I brought it up? I brought it up from the Bev Smith situation. Like, that's how I knew I brought this up. When I remember I said about Bev Smith, where she has dementia and the husband, they had a mutual friend.
That was another show.
That wasn't this one.
Wasn't this one?
No.
All right.
Well, tell
I
me
do
this:
so
how
I do
can a
so many
man
of them.
Right.
how can a man be paralyzed and it's okay for you to stay, but a man that doesn't have sex with you, it's okay for you to leave? It's the
Victor, that's
same
totally
thing.
different. It wasn't
No
like
sex is no
he was
sex.
asked. It wasn't like he was asked to be paralyzed like that. And once again, back to married. If it happened while we're married and something happened, he got in an accident or something, and he paralyzed. I'm going to be there for my husband. I'm sorry.
But
If you
not your
can't have
boyfriend.
sex, huh?
But not your boyfriend.
I'll bring him some soup and stuff.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Okay, it's a joke. It's a joke. Yes, I
Yeah,
would
but
be
I
there for
don't.
my boyfriend as well. I would, but I'm just saying it's a different look at it when you're
Yeah.
married. But my boyfriend, yeah, I will still be there for him. I'm not going to just say, oh, well, bye. You paralyzed now. No, that would be very devilish. That would be very mean. So you will leave your fiance if something. Say it louder so she can hear.
Look at her.
Say it louder so she can hear back.
I ain't
Put
stupid.
that down. You know, we can all say what we would and wouldn't do when we're not in that situation, but that would be a very hard pill to swallow. If you're in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, and something happened, an accident happened, and your boyfriend or girlfriend paralyzed, I'm not going to just say deuces. No, I'm not going to do that.
But no sex is no
No.
sex. I mean, that y'all. I mean, everybody been jumping on this guy the whole doggone show, saying that he was selfish and he's this and he's that. Okay, now put him in a wheelchair. Now who's selfish?
No one goes, for better or for worse.
But they're
So
not married.
isn't that the same thing? That's what Victor's trying to say. Isn't it the same thing?
That's
Better
the
for worse.
same thing.
So he decided to roll the dice and say, nah, I
That's
ain't
not
doing
the
that.
same thing. Because one, you have options when it comes to not getting aroused. You have options. You can go to the doctor. You can go to the pharmacy and get something for that. If it's not like a real medical issue, like something that is out of your control, like there's nothing on the market for it, that's different. But if it's something that can be taken care of with a doctor's prescription or something, bam. It's not the same. That's totally different. It's not the same.
The
How
reason
is
why I
it
brought
not?
that, the reason why I brought that up, because if that happened, and let's just say the wife stepped out, it's kind of understood. I mean, sometimes people won't look bad. Um, Sometimes the husband will realize that, hey, my wife is still young. I'm not going to ask her, if she stepped out, because some men would just say, you know what? If that's something you want to do, I just don't need to know about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this happened, and that being selfish? The question is he being selfish if he says, no, you can't? You understand? Even though, like you said, it's better for worse, but we're human beings.
Yeah, but I think I don't know if that would be called selfish.
I
But
don't think
How?
it's selfish.
It's
I don't think.
tell me, please don't say that to me, that I can't leave you. Don't say that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave you, but don't come out and say you can't leave me now that I'm in this situation.
I hate to say it, but for me, I don't want to speculate, and God forbid I don't want to get paralyzed. But God forbid if it would just be said, look, I can't. This don't put nothing in my face. That's all I'm saying. Don't put nothing in my face because I can't do anything.
But wouldn't you want to be part of the selection process?
No. That's her.
At least they had sex before the accident.
Yeah.
Okay. So then now you know what you're missing. This chick doesn't even know anything. She's already went this long. I mean, that was one thing. That was one thing that we talked about. You can't just start and then just completely stop.
Oh, well, you men do it all the time. Y'all do it all the time. You start out one way in a relationship, but then it ends up something totally different. Oh, you end up doing this for me. Oh, you end up sending flowers to me every week at work. Oh,
And writing letters.
And writing letters. personal handwritten letters. But now it's like, all right,
Big up to the letter writing person.
so don't even step to that because yeah,
So you ain't
okay.
the right person.
Go there. I was in marriage/relationship. I would just say, baby, go be free. I can't even please your monkey no more.
That's it. That's it. You got to be real with this, man.
Yeah, you have to be real with it.
Got to be real with it.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, that would be, and even if you was to say that to me, to leave because you can't do anything.
Not leave. I didn't say leave. I didn't say
No.
leave. I'm just saying.
Like John just said, he will say, go be free.
Oh,
right?
so he would even right. So and that's a good point. What John is saying, basically saying, you know what, even though we're married, you know, he may just say, you know what, go live your life. I can't give you what you need, not just sexually. I can't give you the walks in the parks and this, that, and the other. Go ahead and be free. Some people
But I don't even know if I would leave at that point by you saying that. Like my heart is just.
But then that would be your decision.
Yeah.
At least it wouldn't be a burden on that person. You understand what I'm saying? That person's heart would be and mind would be free because they know that they're not holding on to you and that their situation is not a chain and ball to you because they said it to you and you decide to stay. They feel a little bit better that that's your decision.
Right.
And, you know.
How can you miss something you never had?
Huh?
How can you miss something that she hasn't had? How can you miss this man? How can you miss having sex with this man if you never had sex with him?
Well, we're talking about in a situation like Fatine was saying with the man that got paralyzed. And the situation with the girl in the letter, no, she don't know what she's missing. But then again, she's missing a lot out of this letter because, like I said, I don't know if they tapped each other before they got.
Yeah, we don't know that, but I'm gonna go that she didn't. But I'm gonna go to Victor because I know the women are asking. I'm gonna ask the question to Victor. Why do you have sex? Why did you? Why did you? When you broke that virginity, why did you?
It was an urge that
and she got the same thing. She ain't no different than you. She ain't no different than me. She had that urge. And at the end of the day, from her perspective of doing everything right, waiting, getting married, that's her anticipation.
Oh, child. Okay, Valerie says, I tell you what, sis, go to one of those these little Indian stores and get some of those pills they keep on the counter. Put it in his drink. Okay. Put it in his drink, and if he don't feel any type of way by your presence, to take you to Pound Town, just head on out.
Wait a minute. That's a Bill Cosby move. She better not do no shit like that.
Hold on, Valerie. Valerie, I'm not saying this with no disrespect, but you undercover, huh? You undercover freak, huh?
But
Valerie, she ain't hiding nothing. She's letting you know that it's on. And it's on. And it's on and it's popping.
But would she be wrong if she do that? Would she be wrong?
Yeah. You drugging the man. You don't know.
I don't know. That's her husband. That's her husband, man.
You don't know what that man allergic to. Okay, what if that man have a
little taste, a little something. A little taste of something.
And he have an allergic reaction to it and he died. Let's just go. I mean, since everybody going left, let's just go all the way to the left.
All right, so forget the pills. Let's just go here. Have a nice evening. She has a nice evening, and you're laying in the bed. You sleep together. You kiss him on the neck. You're touching him. You're giving him a massage. And if nothing happens, then you know something is wrong.
Something is wrong. Now, see, she hasn't said. Now, I'll go along with that. If she has come on to this man and he pushed her off or nothing happened, then yes, I'll totally go along with y'all on that.
Yeah, it got to be.
I'll jump to your side, but I think something's medical.
I think it's something else that she's not telling us on her side.
Yeah,
that too.
John said,
but if you got the perfect marriage, and people see y'all out, there's got to be some form of affection, intimacy.
Exactly. Some hugging, some kissing, something is
Well,
going
I don't know
on.
about the kissing part, but yeah, maybe some hugging. Everybody don't do PDA, Veronica. Everybody
Everyone
don't
don't
do
do
that.
what?
PDA or public displays of affection. You know, I
True.
think, yeah, everybody don't do that, but I'm pretty sure there's hugging.
Unless they live in a damn park. There's
Well, you know, people
they
think,
behind closed doors. You know? they live in a park.
well, you know, people think perfect marriages, relationships is, you know, you spend a lot of time together, you're going out of town and you're just hanging out. And, you know, even if they don't see the kissing and the hugging, they just think, oh, they got such a perfect marriage.
She got a
So you
Facebook
can't,
marriage. That's exactly what she got. She posted all them pictures and she really sad. That's what the problem is.
you
Yeah,
think she's
well,
what?
She
sad.
got a Facebook marriage. You know how some of the people on they'll post all these pictures of them with the same shirt and them with the
Right.
outfits and they going here, but they really ain't happy.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people are living lies for whatever the reason are.
Right.
Of course.
Well, so we're gonna wrap it up. What are you guys' final thoughts on this?
He don't.
letter?
At least he ain't got to wrap it up because he ain't doing nothing. So he ain't got to wrap nothing up.
Ring the bell.
I think for the most part, I wish more guys would write you letters. You know, because a lot of the letters I feel like is always on the woman's perspective. And you know, we got guys from a male perspective on here. But I would love to hear, you know, or somebody, you know, debate, you know, a guy letter. Whereas if he's having problems, and let's see how well y'all willing to jump his defense.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't always take the woman's side. I be on
I know
both
you
sides.
don't. I know you don't, but I know you don't, but I'm just more or less speaking in your comment section. You know, it's more or less a gender divide line. But you know,
I think
we
the
always,
women most get the benefit of the doubt, though.
yeah.
They
yeah.
at times they get the benefit of the doubt.
So what's
Yeah.
you don't have any last thoughts, Fatine?
I think it's medical.
I don't know what it is. I just think it's more to it, and we don't have enough information to draw a real good, solid conclusion. We're speculating, and out of all our speculations, we could be hitting it right on the head or be as cold as the vaccine needs to be kept. I don't know, you know, at the end of the day. But we need more information. We appreciate y'all writing the letter.
It definitely.
You
They
know.
won't, Vic. If a man do it, I promise most women will still blame the man. Well, that's because y'all most of the time do all the dumb-ish.
No, that's not true. That's not quite true.
You don't think so?
No.
I beg to differ.
No.
A
Nope.
lot of
Well-
us we do practical things. Y'all fly off emotion. We actually think before we act. A lot of
Yeah,
times.
most of the times y'all thinking with the wrong.
Hey.
But
Ring the
at least
bell.
I'm gonna send you a bell for Christmas. I don't mind ringing it.
All right, guys. Well, this has been nice. It's time to wrap up the tea. Well, my final thoughts on the letter, ma'am. Please email me back, taintyoflife@gmail.com. You know the email. Email me back and because you left out a lot of important information, like how old is your husband? How old is your husband? Have y'all ever had sex before? Like y'all never had sex, or have y'all been down that road before and it just
And what is he saying? What is he saying? The reason why he is not performing? We got to hear it. We got to know that side. At least give us
And has
that.
he ever been aroused
Yes, have
anytime
you?
in a
Yeah.
relationship?
Exactly.
my point, Ronnie already jumping against the men. Well, I mean, they threw the bone, so I went after.
That's the point. She's trying to get the bone. Y'all keep going.
See there?
She trying to
Oh
catch the
my
ball.
gosh. This has been a lot, but ma'am, please reach back out and give us more information, the information that we need, and we will come back and talk more about this. John, I'm definitely extending an invitation out to you to please come be a guest on Tangy Tea. Can you please leave it in the comments if you will be a guest?
I would love to be here with him. I'm just putting it out there now. When John come on, I would love to be part of that conversation.
Definitely. So yes, if we can get more guys to write letters, that would be excellent. I have email letters that came in, like I said, before the pandemic. I have email letters coming in now. Thank you so much, guys, for your email letters. I have inbox messages as well. I'm just so grateful for this platforms, because here we talk about any and everything, and I'm so grateful for that. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. Go over to YouTube, where we're also live at as well, and give us a thumbs up there. If you would like to be a guest on Tangy Tea of Life, please inbox me, send me an email, tangyteaoflife@gmail.com, and we would love to have you on the show, because we like to hear from everyone, not just us. We like to hear from everyone. Okay? You leave comments, you can be a guest on the show as well. Victor, thank you so much for sitting down with me again tonight. Always a pleasure. My brother Fatin, all the way from New York, WBLS radio station. Thank you so much for joining.
Love it. I love it. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. It's always so much fun when we get together. Hopefully,
Yes.
Tina will be back soon, and she will join us back on the tea. We miss Tori as well. She'll be sitting in on some more shows as well. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. I really appreciate you all so very much. And until next time, we will talk with you then. Bye. I love that bell.
Do